Hello, everybody in Saints Nation. I'm Jim Powers, the voice of the Saints, and once again, welcome to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with all of our great coaches here on a Monday afternoon, and catching up now with our volleyball coach here at Maryville, Chris Phillips. And Coach, obviously a mixed bag this weekend, a lot of good things, and then a marathon knockdown drag-out match yesterday against McKendree. Let's talk a little bit about Saturday first, obviously, and I'm not going to talk about the UMSL match because I think that's something that you just don't want to talk about from earlier last week. That was, I was following that on live tracker, and it just seems like UMSL this year has really got some pieces together, and they're doing some nice things.
They are. Yeah, UMSL played well. They did really well. We didn't play very well that night, but a lot of good things happened this weekend. So we're going to keep building with that and go. We had a nice split on Saturday, and probably didn't play as well as we wanted to at Springfield, but still hit the ball well and did some nice things.
You talked about, we were just chatting a few minutes ago, you talked a little bit about how the kids are getting better and better every time out, and it's just, that's how tough it is to win in the GOVC, it seems like.
It is. It's a tough conference all the way, head to toe, all the way down. So, but we are getting better every time we go out. Girls don't want to hear that, though. They want to win. So, so I think we're at that point, and they're all at that point where they've just looked at each other and said, you know what, we're tired of being on the edge. We're ready to get over the top of the hill and ready to go. So,
talk a little bit about some individual performances over the weekend. Who jumped out, in your mind, did a fantastic job?
There was a lot of them that jumped out in a hurry. Demi did a nice job again. She just does a good job. She's really figured out how to tool hitter blockers and swing well and score some points. And, Hannah Michael really did a nice job. We've moved her to every position she can think about swinging, and she played a little bit of right this weekend. So she played pretty well over there as well. And as a matter of fact, she hit, I think at one point she was hitting 750 on the right, and we were giving her the ball pretty good. So, she did some really nice stuff. Taryn did a great job setting, and so did Hannah. They both really came in and used their heads to make some great shots and good decisions.
And then obviously one of our student athletes of the week, Allie. Big weekend for her, a little bit more emotional, yesterday because of some of the things that took place in McKendree. Why don't you talk a little bit about her performance and some of the really neat things that took place yesterday over at McKendree? Yeah,
McKendree had what they called Fight for Fred night, and that is her former high school coach who is dealing with, stage 4 cancer. And there's another player that plays for McKendree who is also from that same high school team that Allie's from. And so they thought, because there were, two teams that had players from that high school, they thought they'd do a nice night, and it was a great, wonderful experience for both of those players. And Allie had a great match. She led in digs from both teams. An incredible night for her.
Talk a little bit about the match yesterday at McKendree. We were sitting here with the soccer matches, and we were tracking, and 2-1, 2-2, and it's like, gosh, this thing's going forever. And then the unfortunate thing is you drop at 3-2, but what a great way to kind of bookend the weekend to play well on the road against McKendree, who has got some very good players.
They do have some good players. It was, and we knew it was going to be a knockdown drag-out walking into it a little bit. And I think, the first couple games, we really let them go. We've really kind of started a little bit with letting games go early and, letting them get ahead, 5-6 points, and then trying to fight back and dig through it. And so we've done a good job digging back and clawing back into the game, but, we know that we can't continue to do that. And so Game 4, they finally made a decision. We won Game 4, and they were just like, we're not ending this like we ended it, the previous night. And they were bound and determined to take Game 5, and they were going to take it quickly, and they were going to try to get out and try to hang on and try to see if they could finish it. McKendree had the same idea. So, therefore, it was a knockdown drag-out. And, there wasn't a lot of tipping going on in Game 5. There was a lot of big swings happening in Game 5 from both sides.
So, in other words, if they were going to go 5, the Bombers were going to consist, and they were going to be the way that each team was going to win is just some big swings from the outside.
There was. Well, we actually had some big swings from our middles. Michaela Lomsta, she totally stepped up, had some big-time swings for us, and that's something we've been waiting for. Nothing personal. I've been waiting for 4 years now, or 3 years. I guess I've only been here 3. But, yeah, I've been waiting for Michaela to be consistent and just, take those big swings. You're a good hitter, take the swings. And she did, and I think she was real excited about some of the outcome of it. And I'll tell you what, all of our hitters took some big swings last night to see if we can make that happen.
This weekend, I'm sure you got to be glad to finally come home. It's been a couple long weeks on the road, but now you get to come home. Talk about the weekend matches on Saturday and Sunday.
Both of them are going to be really high-powered teams. Lewis just picked off one of the top. I think he picked off number 7 this year already. So, Lewis is a great team, good athletes, fast. That'll be just a challenge and a half for us right there. But it'll be good. It'll kind of see where we are a little bit as we kind of keep moving forward as we go. Wisconsin Parkside, we did not play them last year, so it's been a little while since we played them. So. They're still a solid team. I don't really have a lot yet as to what they bring to the table.
Did you call Coach Jorg to kind of do a little, under the radar scouting for you?
I'd love to, yeah. I'll take anything I can get.
It'll be great. I know Coach Jacob Jorg, one of our former assistant coaches, now the head basketball coach up at Parkside. I know he's coming in for the Hall of Fame and a lot of the events over the weekend, so it'll be great to catch up with him. And I know you guys were very close in his time here. Yeah,
it's good. It'll be fun to see him back on campus a little bit again. And so, he's a great guy. We're so excited and thrilled for him to be a head coach up there. And I think he's going to do a great job.
It's going to be a great weekend. Both matches will be on Saints Vision on Saturday night at 7 o'clock and then Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Joe Harris will have the Saturday evening game. I'll have the Sunday afternoon game. Looking forward to finally seeing the Saints come home and get a couple wins this weekend.
Yep, that'll be good.
Coach, thanks so much. We'll talk to you next Monday.
Thank you.
Coach Christine Phillips, the head volleyball coach here at Maryville. Once again, on Saints Vision, 7 o'clock on Saturday night. Lewis comes to town, and then Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m., Wisconsin West Parkside will join us. Thank you for joining us here on Saints Vision. I'm Jim Powers for Coach Phillips. Have a great week and go Saints.